So morning and afternoon differ significantly. Look at the averages. Morning is significantly faster than the afternoon. Just make a note of that in exercise sheet 3. And we'll go back here and do this again for a morning and evening. And morning's already highlighted. Now we just pick up variable 2, becomes the evening. Everything else stays the same. And let's quickly look at this one. And the p is to the minus 13. So again, that's highly significant. The final two comparisons are of interest because the graph suggests no difference. That clearly is different to that. That clearly is different to that. These two tests, that against that and that against that, are the ones we've just done. Let's just compare the last two columns, shall we? Let's go to our data analysis, click OK. And now we just pick up that one for afternoon, and that one there is already picked up for the evening. And just Bob's your uncle, Charlie's your aunt. Who on earth's got an aunt called Charlie? P is 0.696. Now we know from numerous exercises that 0.696 is non-significant. You have to be below 0.05 on this course, and 0.696 doesn't cut the mustard. So 104.1 and 103.4, although they're quicker in the evening, there is no discernible difference, and there is no significant difference. Okay, so our post-hoc analyses in Excel verify what we can see in the graph, and we can write this up as follows. A series of post-hoc hyphenated between participants. I don't know if that's got a hyphen or no. This is t-tests, lowercase t. All p's are less than 0.01. Hang on a second. 0.01. Okay. A series of post-hoc between participant t-tests, all p-values are less than 0.01, indicated or revealed that RTs in the morning were significantly quicker than in the afternoon or evening, whereas these two later groups did not differ significantly in their reaction times. Okay, the only figure you need to reveal here, or indicate rather, is the p-value. There's no need to duplicate or talk about the averages, it's all in the graph. It's just confirming what we've seen here by reference to these post-hoc analyses, which are between participant t-tests with a stringent alpha level. The final thing we do, I'm just going to have to go to another page, is to summarize in plain English what's going on. Now this is a bit repetitious for such a brief ANOVA, but take it from me, when you're performing something like a 3x4x4 mixed design, then there is a shed load to talk about by way of summary. So this is just getting you into the swing of things, but unfortunately it will appear a little repetitious. So we'll say, taken as a whole, and we'll even put a capital T, taken as a whole or overall then, the ANOVA showed that reaction times were quickest in the morning, but that they slowed, and that they slowed by lunchtime, but did not deteriorate further as the day progressed. Right, let's just have a look at that. Taken as a whole, the ANOVA showed that reaction times were quickest in the morning, and that they had slowed by lunchtime but did not deteriorate further as the day progressed. Okay, so they're quickest there, they deteriorated here, but they didn't deteriorate significantly as the day progressed. In fact, they speeded up a little, but not significantly. Right. Okay, so that's all we need to do. Let's just go through this again. Okay, so this here is the presentation part where you present and describe your data. Okay, so we presented the data in a graph we've referred to us, given it a number and a title. And then we described in words. As figure 1 shows, reaction times are quicker in the morning than either the afternoon or evening. Reaction times in these latter two groups appear not to differ. That's exactly what this graph is telling us, this labelled graph. Okay. We've done the main effect, which is the main part of the ANOVA. A single factor analysis of variance showed that there was a highly significant effect of time of day. And we put the rubric in here, which we got from our Excel table here. And this table gives us the graph data. And then we performed a series of Posthoc analyses, which do the actual nitty-gritty comparisons of the groupings. A series of Posthoc between participant t-tests, all p's less than 0.01 indicates that yada yada yada. Okay, and then a summary sentence or two. In this case, just one. A summary sentence or two. Okay, so presentation, description, main effect, Posthoc analyses, summary sentence. This is how you score full marks in this assignment. Please pay attention to these components of the ANOVA. Look how much more writing you do here than the t-test. If this is a t-test and there wasn't a third group, you'd say morning was faster than the afternoon, full stop, t equals, and there would be yes, no summary sentence required. But here with analysis of variance, far more is required, and this is where you get the marks. Okie dokie. Okay, if my students who are watching this, don't forget this assignment has to be in by the end of April. Make sure that you refer to the video. And if anyone else is watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I have to go at a bit of a pace. But if you have any questions, comments, criticisms or otherwise, please leave them below and I'll do my best to answer them. Okie dokie, thanks very much. That's a single factor between participant analysis of variance.